Do I even look right now? I don't look that bad. I'm in a PJ shirt, but that's not terrible. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'll rock the camera, I think, today. Oop. Turn that the fuck down, though. Jesus, that was way too bright. God damn. How about chat? One of these. These. Hey, Benort, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good day. Today we're fucking around with Sentinel and Behemoth. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing with these things on Stronghold. I've had Behemoth and Sentinel builds before, but the problem is that those have always been with like specific swords. But now I'm glad to hear it, Benort. Hell yeah! But now I've got Praxic Blade to work with, and the problem is also, damn, I really didn't have Praxic Blade enabled for any of those Pinnacle ops I did, huh? I didn't have Impact Core on that entire time. What fucking loadout do I have where I don't have Impact Core on? Oh my god, I don't. Yeah, empty mod socket. My Strand build doesn't have Impact Core in it. Why? What happened? Excuse me? The fuck? What? What? Is this one as well? Empty mod socket. What happened? Is there a bug or am I just a dummy head? What the fuck? Hey, Vumsy, how you doing? This one's got Impact Core. I gotta check all of them now. This one's got Impact Core. This one has Defensive Core. That's how you know it's been a while since I've used it. Because give me offensive form, baby. Hell yeah. Offensive form is 15% more damage against bosses, and do not mind if I fucking do, you know? Right, let's go on my Strand and swap it over to Sentinel. The strongest Stronghold Titan is probably Solar, I'd say. It depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a dungeon like Equilibrium, I'd probably still run Prismatic just because Facet of Courage Thunder Crash is so much fucking damage. It's kind of silly. But if you're playing Lawless Frontiers or just regular Pinnacle Ops, just run the Solar one because you get Infinite Restoration too. It has really good team support with Healing Grenade and No Hesitation, and the damage is really good. And you can also stun like Tormentors with Burning Ball. So yeah, if you want highest DPS, I'd say probably Prismatic, just because you get the Weaken, you get the Thunder Crash, and you get really good stats as well. Just because, you know, Facet of Justice, Facet of Ruin for really easy high stats. But Thunder Crash, Facet of Courage, like, you basically get 1/5 of a Curus on your Stronghold Titan. Which, that kind of just shows how insane Curus is more than anything. If you think about it, Curus is 5.5 times as powerful as fucking Facet of Courage. Like, that's crazy to me. This is one of the best fragments in the game, at least when it comes to damage, because it's so easy to proc. Yeah, the thing is with messing on with Sentinel, though, the problem I'm having with it is that you can just get weakened on any, like, just having a Void Elemental buff. So Impact Core doesn't really feel as impactful, haha, get it, as it usually does. That's kind of the problem. Void the most, infinite weaken for team support. Let me read this real quick. Infinite weaken for team support. You get the restoration and basically infinite devour as well with the fragment that gives you orb on weaken kills. My problem with that is that with Prismatic and the unbreakable sprint tech, you kind of already have that with infinite weaken. If you're playing it right, you already have infinite weaken. Though with Void, you don't have to worry about it. You also don't have to worry about it running out. I feel like if I was going to use Praxic Blade on, I kind of just want to run Sullen Claw if I'm gonna be honest. With destabilizing repulsor brace on Void, I feel like I would just have like infinite uptime on everything, which would be kind of sick. Don't really need this, do we? Because we already have Devour like guaranteed. I guess it is just nice to have. Like, we don't need to worry about most of this stuff. Like, we don't need Void Grenades weaken targets because we already weaken. We don't need Orb of Power grants Devour because we already do that. This will always create an Orb of Power and a Void Breach, you know, besides the 10-second cooldown. This will just make it so we have Devour all the time. We never have to worry about it. This will make us invisible, which is fun. Echo of Cessation's a really fun one. And we can always get more super energy, which is nice for just super spam. Let's mess around for a little bit. It's all right, Bumsy. Let's see what we can do here. This thing is like there's my infinite void overshield. God, Sullen Claw is so fucking cool, dude. Another one of my issues, though, is that I can do the same thing on Strand. And now I also have Woven Mail as well. Like, if you want to be even tankier, then the then the 93.62% DR build, just run fucking Sullen Claw and just hit something to sever it, and then just get a few kills with this. And get your fucking free ass overshield. Look at that Woven Mail and Void Overshield. Jesus Christ. Because keep in mind, Void Overshield is a 70% DR. God damn. Unkillable as hell. Is there anything in here that is super interesting, though? Because, like, the thing I love about Behemoth is that it is a Whisper of Torment. If you haven't fucked around with Whisper of Torment on Stronghold, it's genuinely super fucking cool. So check this out. I'm gonna run the combatant wave again. Look at my grenade energy. You see how it's like ticking up really fast? That's because Whisper of Torment is giving me a bunch of grenade energy every time I block. Because I'm technically taking damage, even though I'm not really. So if I do this and then break it, and then keep getting shot, do you see how fast my... Again, look how fast my fucking grenade comes back. It's awesome. The problem is, on Praxic Blade... Oh, it's working now. It wasn't working earlier. Interesting. On Praxic Blade, I was having an issue where I was taking literally 0 damage. So I wasn't able to actually get Whisper of Torment to proc. But I don't think Void has anything similar to that. Also, hello, Dragoon. Like, Void doesn't have a Whisper of Torment equivalent that, like, only Void has and Prismatic doesn't. That's my big issue. I mean, we could try, like, running Bastion Unbreakable and just do, like, ability spam with, like, 86 or something. This is a decent amount of super energy. I've used this before. This is also fun on Stronghold. But only when you're not running Flash Counter, of course. This is free overshield. Because it's really easy to let yourself get chipped down to critical health range. It's also why I like this one as well. Spark of Recharge, because this is like 400%. Then it sort of comes with Destabilize / Relentless. Why would you want to Destave Relentless instead of Destave Repulsor? Unless you're talking about Destave Repulsor. Are you saying Elysium Core? Are you saying Relentless Strikes as in like... Do I have one with this? Do I even have a Relentless Strikes one? I don't think I do. No, I don't. It gets Relentless Whirlwind, I know that, which is like a old ass damage combo. I guess it's good for like total damage and stuff. Yeah, the DR in Praxic is just a bit... The thing I've realized, and I realized this today when I was working on builds, and I was thinking, I wonder what exotic weapon I should run on this build, on my Sullen Claw build, because I want to make a Sullen Claw build to really show off what the sword can do. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just run Praxic. And I realized unless I am doing a build with an exotic sword like Wardline or Black Talon or something like that, I'm always going to have Praxic on every Stronghold build that I play now. And I don't know how to feel about that because Praxic is so strong. It's really hard to justify, it's really hard to justify running another sword with Stronghold, which is kind of odd. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Yeah, it kind of feels bad. Like, I don't want Praxic to be nerfed or something, but I went from having a bunch of strong options to having the strongest option and then intentionally nerfing myself. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah, it's like Black Talon is incredible. Heart Shadow is incredible. Not this season, of course, because every sword has weakened this season. But Heart Shadow is like one of my favorite exotic swords, if not my favorite exotic sword. Honestly, it might still be. Even though Praxic is really cool, Heart Shadow is just a ton of fun to use, especially after the recent buffs. Uh, but the problem is that, like, if I were to choose to run Heart Shadow on Stronghold over Praxic, I'd look like a complete lunatic because of just how incredibly powerful Praxic Blade is. Man, is Wardline 0 anything now? I guess we'll fuck around with it. Why not? I know there's like a Sage Protector meme you can do with it, which is really funny. Where Temporal Sprint actually gets boosted by Sage Protector, which sounds very funny to me. Oh, I forgot. I did it. Sorry, I did it slightly too high up, so now I don't get a second one. Yeah, this still feels pretty awful. You try to avoid Hunter? Go for it, homie. I know nothing about Hunter. New GM using Stronghold Flash Cannon Gold Steel. Yeah, Aurora Dawn can be a decent sword. I just don't like how it has very little damage. That's my biggest issue. Aurora Dawn's damage is pretty awful compared to like other swords that have damage perks. The problem I have with Flash Counter Cold Steel is that you're using all of your perks on utility. Because Flash Counter gives you instant healing, which is great utility. And Cold Steel gives you Overlord Stunning and, Shatters, which is good utility. Because Shatters do not do good damage. That's my biggest issue with running Praxic on Stasis, is that, like, if you look at the actual damage on it, it's basically nothing. Like, let me show you how much damage a Shatter does compared to like an Ignition. Specific subclass energies to drop Praxic, and even then, it's not enough for other swords. Yeah, again, that's my biggest issue. All right, so watch this. Yeah, so that was like 161 and 111, something like that. Okay, there's the freeze. Hit him. Yeah, it's like 172 damage compared to Sunbreaker, 413. So you're doing less than half of Ignition. That's without surges, by the way. Because remember, Ignitions can proc off surges. I mean, hell, if we look at Bolt Charge, that's 181, 120. Yeah, so you're doing 300 damage with Bolt Charge. So you're doing like less than half of Ignition and slightly more than half of a Bolt Charge. And you can get 2 Ignitions in one combo with that. But if you do a combo on Stasis, you still only get 1 Shatter. So you're basically getting... It's like... You know how Arc Titan is kind of like a mix of between Solar and Strand, where Strand has the most survivability, but Solar has the most damage or something like that. Like I think Prismatic still has most damage because Thunder Crash, but like without supers. I'm talking about I'm talking about without Thunder Crash. Throw Thunder Crash out for a moment. It feels like Stasis is the weird little brother of the two, where you get more survivability but less damage, but you're not committing to either. But then again, Strand has fucking Banner of War, which is 10% more sword damage, and I guarantee you that that's going to be doing more damage than the Shatters. So it kind of just feels almost like a waste to run this on Stasis. I mean, if you wanted to, you could run like Howl of the Storm and do some Whisper of Torment stuff with that, but I hate swapping off. It just feels off to run this on Stasis. That's my big issue. I feel like I'm not committing enough. But when it comes to stuff like the Throne Cleaver build with Cauterized Darkness, Stasis made a lot of sense because you had like Duelist Trance and stuff like that on Throne Cleaver, like Sonancia as well. Hmm. I don't know. It seems awkward to put these on there. It feels these two subclasses with Praxic Stronghold really feel like I am making a lot of it almost feels like I'm settling in a weird way. Like Stasis is more consistent DR than Strand, but it's not a good amount of DR, or it's not like an amazing amount of DR like Strand has. And Void feels like a very consistent amount of weaken, but you're not utilizing the weaken to its best potential like you would be on Prismatic. So it's kind of odd in that way. It's kind of awkward. Y'all kind of get what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm making some kind of sense. If not, then I apologize, but it makes sense. There's a part of me that wants to just run Black Talon. Is Stronghold better on Arc or Strand? I'd say Strand. The thing with Strand Stronghold is that it can use any sword in the game very, very easily. Like Green Nazredin here. I've gone through whole ass GMs on Strand Stronghold with Green Nazredin. That Green Nazredin is really funny. But Strand, you just have so much DR, and the 10% extra sword damage is nothing to scoff at. So you kind of can just do whatever the fuck you want and be invincible, which is pretty fucking crazy to me. Where's my Black Talon? Am I crazy? What the heck is it? Oh yeah, I got that new ornament on it. That's why it looks like that. There we go. So instead of running a Praxic Blade build, I could just fuck around with Black Talon because the new Catalyst makes it a kind of a monster because it already suppresses on hits, which is sick as hell. Yeah, look at that. Look at you, old suppressed ass. I'm so glad they gave it a new ornament. It looks so cool. It's like a frozen blade. Then you can run Volatile, Control Demolitionist, Unbreakable. You also have all the Void Weaken stuff, which is really cool. So like you could do, I guess you could do a. Yeah, you probably would have to run the Devour thing, right? The Void Breach picks up Devour. Yeah, so you would have to run. Torch Grenades gets you Volatile rounds. I guess that actually is not a bad thing to run either with this. Yeah, so you'd rock that. And then you would gain Devour from picking up an Orb of Power, and then you would be able to ride that Devour charge the entire time, which is pretty dang cool. 2 Heavy Finers, and then I can even run that. Here we go. Is game supposed to be muted? Oh shit, thank you. Game audio was not chosen correctly. I apologize. Thank you for helping. Let's go with this. I'm glad to hear it, Chica. Hell yeah. I'm kind of messing around with Black Talon right now because I'm gonna be honest. I feel like just to reiterate here, I feel like Praxic on Void is like it. It just feels like you're settling to run it on Void instead of taking advantage of Praxic Blade's uniqueness and running it on like Prismatic or a different subclass like Sunbreaker, Berserker, or Striker. I feel like if you're gonna run Sentinel or if you're gonna run Behemoth, you should lean into other kinds of swords rather than Praxic. Especially because like it didn't happen this time, but earlier when I was messing around with Behemoth, I think maybe with the Resist X4, that's probably it. Solar practicing as king. I'd say Solar, Strand, Arc, and Prismatic are like the best builds for Praxic. If I had to rank them, I would probably go Prismatic. I should not Prismatic. I'd probably go Solar first. I'd say Solar is the best one. That's a new dungeon sword. I fucking love it. I think Sullen Claw is awesome, but I'll get into that in a second. Solar is definitely number one because Infinite Resto 2 is fucking crazy. And you also get the most damage with the actual sword itself because double ignitions is just fucking wild. Then I'd say Strand because you're basically unkillable, severing everything and also having insane amounts of damage resistance. Plus, you have Banner of War keeping you alive. Then I would say probably Prismatic, but honestly, it's just for Transcendence, Thunder Crash, and Facet of Courage. Like, if Prismatic didn't have the Transcendence, like, mechanic, or like it had Fists of Havoc or something instead of Thunder Crash, it would be complete garbage. But the fact that we can do Facet of Courage, Thunder Crash with Transcendence, the extra DR and the extra damage from Transcendence, you can get it so fucking quickly on Praxic Blade because it's kinetic weapon. Like, it goes crazy. So I'd say that's definitely the third one. And then Arc is the last one. But Arc, like, the fact that Spark of Frequency works with it makes you gain Bolt Charge so quickly. So you do get a decent amount of damage there. But the thing with Behemoth and the thing with Sentinel is that if you want really good DR, just run Strand. If you want to use like Weaken and then the Unbreakable Sprint tech and all this other stuff, hell, if you want to use axes, just run Prismatic, you know? So Prismatic doesn't boost damage on Prax like at all, like no way to apply it. Prismatic increases kinda. It's like Prismatic, the fact that you don't have Spark of Frequency or Ember of Ashes means that you're not going to get 2 ignitions in one combo. It also means that you're not going to get Bolt Charge nearly as fast, like literally like twice as slow. Or like Arc, if you were just running Arc by itself, you're going to get Bolt Charge twice as fast, and that's without Storm's Keep. So it's more just like you settling on, I want to Thunder Crash for big damage, and I want to have Weaken as well. So with Prismatic Titan or Prismatic Stronghold on Praxic Blade, you can have the Void Weaken, you can have really high Transcendence uptime, and you can have Thunder Crash, and you can have Facet of Courage. Like, it's pretty damn good. Well, Praxic Blade, if you are just looking at Praxic Blade under a fucking microscope, and if you're just looking at Praxic Blade itself, and that's it, then yes, I'd say it's worse. If you want to maximize Praxic Blade damage, don't run Prismatic. But if you were looking at your entire kit, Prismatic's amazing for Praxic Blade Stronghold because you get Thunder Crash, you get Facet of Courage, you get Unbreakable Weaken, like, and you get really high Transcendence uptime. So if you're looking at the whole kit, Prismatic's really, really good. But if you're like, I want to do the most damage possible with this funny sword, run Solar. How does next year look like for you? So I'm gonna be doubling my paycheck, which is fucking crazy, thanks to the Pepsi promotion, which I'm super happy with. And I'm going to be basically trying to fix my, like, not fix my apartment, but trying to make my apartment more livable. Because right now I don't even have like a couch, which is kind of a problem. Because I want to like start getting people over, which is nice. One second. Do you quick swap to Pyrogale? Homie, Beaver, my friend, my colleague, my fellow Stronghold enjoyer, the gauntlet stays on. I don't I don't swap to the bird gauntlets. Do you see this? Do you see this cool ass gauntlet right here? Thank you, Boss, for the follow. You see this cool ass gauntlet right here? That shit is grafted. I can't take that off unless it's contest. If it's contest, I'll take it off. But if it's just a normal activity, Stronghold stays on. I ain't taking this off. You picking Priz or Solar? Depends on the activity. If it's a dungeon and we need the Thunder Crash damage, I'll go Prismatic. But if I'm just doing like Pinnacle Ops or something, I think Sunbreaker or Strand is where I mostly have the most fun. I really love Strand because, as I said before, you can run any sword and it'll do really well. Sorry, I'm being DM'd. It's important. Dungeon Sword? Yeah, I'll talk about the Dungeon Sword. So, Sullen Claw can get some really cool rolls. So this is like, I believe it's a 10%. I wonder if they actually have hard numbers on it yet. But I believe it's a 10% boost to damage when you're at no energy, which is kind of sick as hell. It's called Imperial Allegiance. Imperial Allegiance. Yeah, 10.5% increased damage at Imperial Allegiance times 3. So, actually, it's pretty bad for solo. I forgot that this matters the amount of allies. So, let me just show this off real quick. I'll go to display capture so y'all can see. So, if you're only with one ally, as in like if you're just by yourself, I imagine, and you pull out the sword. Wait, does it not even work if you're by yourself? Wait, does it not even work if you're by yourself? That's fucked up. Dude, you have no origin trait. If you have no friends, you're screwed. What the fuck? Oh no. So I guess this doesn't matter if you're doing solo content. Damn, that really sucks. So you get 10.5% damage at max stacks. That's kind of the only thing I really care about on that. Let me reply this person real quick. Is he Akane? And have a good one. And hello, Fire Smoke. And hello, Levan. This got a Stronghold with friends. I mean, true. But Sullen Claw has a really fun utility perk pool, as in like Eager Edge and Assassin's Blade is really fun. Also, apparently you can skate with it. My hunter friend showed that off. And when you skate, you go like you usually go like at this angle when you skate on Hunter or Warlock. But with Sullen Claw, you go at like at this angle, which I assume is going to be really useful in speedrunning because you can like go up more, which is kind of cool. The game either keeps crashing or getting launched to the final boss arena by forces unknown as I'm about to finish. That sucks. I'm sorry, Elevane. Are you trying the solo falls or just solo? Because the solo shouldn't be that hard, but if you're getting cheesed or the game is crashing while you're trying the solo falls, that can be really fucking frustrating, I bet. It can get Vorpal, Bait and Switch, which I can imagine is going to be a lot of fucking damage. I just haven't done any like actual damage testing with it. My most fun has been definitely with Repulsor Brace D-Stab. That's been a ton of fun. Where's my Repulsor Brace D-Stab sword? It's right here? That's right here. Repulsor Brace D-Stab is sick as hell because you can basically get an overshield on any class, meaning you can get you can get Berserker, baby. You can get overshield on Berserker, which is sick as hell. Yes, it's very fun. The issue I have with Repulsor Brace D-Stab, though, is that you don't have any damage perks. So if you take this into a GM, you're going to be spending a lot of your ammo trying to kill like an orange bar with your power slot weapon, which is kind of a problem. Shidrock Fire also has that combo. So does Geodetic HSM, which is one of my favorites. I love Geodetic HSM. My only issue is that it's an adaptive frame, and those have kind of been power crept to hell and back, but Geodetic has a really fun combo with that. The D-Stab gets the kill and it doesn't cover the pulsar. Yeah, that part's really annoying. I do agree. But thankfully the weakening counts as well, so that's a lot more consistent with Singularity Blade. Well, just go for the solo and then you can just try again with the solo flawless. Like if you die in the final boss, then you can just try again with the solo. I'm getting like, my DMs are getting blown the hell up. I'm sorry, gamers. But yeah, the main issue with this combo is that you don't have any damage. So like I've actually been kind of enjoying in a weird way. And I didn't think this would be at all good, but flash counterattack is kind of sick. This is 50% damage for 3 seconds. So what you do... Oh god, I'm out of fucking ammo. Oh god, I fucking missed like a damn fool. Dude, why am I ass? Do it again, please. Dude, what am I doing? I'm failing. There we go. They have counterattack up. Oh shit. He's gonna fucking kill me. Ah! I can't believe it. But it's been a lot of fun to just like counter an attack and then hit him with a big ass heavy attack. Because you get the 10% extra damage from this, and you get the 50% extra damage from counterattack, and you already have your health from the flash counter. This has been a really fun role to use. Counter flash? Yo, so true. It's annoying. Sorry, Shakufa. No way, it's that good. I have the role. I'm gonna try it. The thing is, like, I wouldn't say this role is amazing, but it's very fun. And that's kind of what I'm looking for in a sword. Like, if you want an amazing sword, just run fucking Praxic. Which is, like, the biggest issue I have with Renegades, honestly. It's the biggest issue I have for the longevity of the game, if that makes sense. Because I feel like no matter what build I'm running with Stronghold, unless I'm running an exotic sword in my heavy, I'm gonna be running Praxic Blade, especially this season with kinetic synthesis, because this gives you heavy ammo progress, meaning if you're ever low on ammo on your heavy sword, even if it's on a heavy sword build, you still want to run Praxic Blade because you'll get infinite ammo with your heavy as well. And you're never gonna run out of ammo. So it kind of just like, it kind of just feels weird, dude. Like, it just kind of feels weird. I don't know, actually, Beaver. I don't know. I'd imagine it does. Let's just do like a real quick like solo op or something, I guess, while we're just kind of chilling here. Just do one of these. I should put on some kind of music, I think. I wonder if YouTube could hear this if I put on just some music on like YouTube music. Let's do some Armored Core OST stuff. YouTube, let me know if you can hear this. There you go, Armored Core 6 OST. I missed the Void build. I'm gonna show it real quick. So my issue with the Void build, Raptor, were you the one who left the comment? I think you were the one who left the comment. Somebody left a comment saying like, I'm waiting for the Void build. And I was like, you know what? I'll fuck around with that today. Yeah, Raptor was the one. Yeah, Raptor was the one who said that. So what do you think about upgrading Open Server to a Mod Engine 3 branch instead? That's up to chain. That is entirely up to chain. My issue with running Praxic on Void is that you're kind of just running a worse version of Prismatic because Prismatic has access to Overshield so easily, and Impact Core does weaken on hit instead of something like Volatile. You're kind of double dipping with the artifact if you're running a Void super. So if you want weaken on your Praxic Blade, just run Prismatic and run Unbreakable to get free Overshield. So it like kind of feels awkward running it on Void. Now what you could do is just lean into that and just have... See, again, that's the problem. You can have Constant Devour, but the artifact already gives you Constant Devour. So you don't need... It's like everything that Void can give you, the artifact can also give you. So like, what's the point, you know? With the wall and the 3-man, though, you can spam Orbs, Protect, offer reloads, and Overshields. I mean, that's true. You could always run Unbreakable and Bastion together. But here's my argument for that. With that, though. If you want to do that, just run 86. Like, that's an actual use case for 86 on Stronghold. But then again, it's again goes into the other thing that we're talking about. The wall super. Oh, you're talking about Ward of Dawn. That's another thing that we were talking about earlier. Is that if you're running 86, just run Praxic Blade as well. The utilities provided by the Praxic Blade combined with the seasonal mods is far superior than other swords. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem that I'm having with the Praxic Blade, is that no matter what sword build I'm making, I immediately think, oh, I should just put Praxic Blade on this and just use Praxic Blade instead of whatever fun sword that I'm looking at, like the new Sullen Claw. Like, I could make a Repulsor Brace D-State build, but Praxic Blade's gonna be there. See if you have a good one. Praxic Blade's gonna be there. There's nothing else I could really use, though. I was waithing you at 0.75. Oh, you were watching me at 0.75. Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. Go-to for any and all solo content, it'd be Strand. The thing is with solo flawless is that there are very few there are very few missions in this game that you want to solo flawless that are on a timer. So with Strand, you're unkillable. So eventually you are going to win. You have 93.62% DR at almost all times on Strand. So if you really don't want to die and you want to solo flawless something, just go Strand. And it can even work with any sword. I mean, if you're running like if you're running Praxic Blade, swap this out for Thread of Wisdom. But if you're running any other sword, then go Thread of Transmutation, because you make an orb, you get Woven Mail, second kill, second hit, second kill. While you have Woven Mail, creates a tangle. So then you get into the fray, which leads into more Woven Mail, which means more tangles, which means more Woven Mail, which means more tangles. It's like, yeah, exactly, which is why I'm saying just run it on Prismatic with this artifact. Once the artifact goes away, then we can talk about Void giving you Devour and Weaken and all that good stuff. So I'm helping a friend with a problem right now. They're kind of going through something. Hey, Barty, how you doing? Anything but stronger builds on Titan? I'm sure Praxic Blade is to blame. I just have never ran anything else besides Stronghold on Titan. That's the problem. And I don't think it's ever going to change. You know what? I'm taking off Praxic Blade. Praxic Blade is banned for this stream. I'm taking it off. I don't fucking need it. You hear me, chat? I don't need it. I swear I don't need it. Wait, if we're doing that, then you know what? I'm going to show you a good Void build. Here's what we're going to do. Give me this. Mercury A for kinetic synthesis. When's the last time you used Ergo Sum? On contest. I brought out Wolfpack Rounds Ergo for our damage rotation against it wasn't against Harrow. We tried Wolfpack Rounds Ergo. I'm putting Praxic Blade up, chat. We're doing Black Talon gaming. Peacekeeper Titan, but I'm on Strongholds all season. I've been converted. I just can't. Every time I play anything else but Stronghold Titan, I get bored. Wolfpack Rounds for Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane cannot benefit from Wolfpack Rounds because it is an exotic sword. We ran Sinancia with Attrition Orbs and Elemental Honing is what we ran. Wolfsbane cannot benefit because it's an exotic sword. That creates volatile. That creates volatile. I need volatile rounds on grenade kills. There we go. We'll go with that. Yeah, we'll try this out. Fuck it. I'm down. All right, let's actually do something. Hey, Pilodot, how you doing? Let's actually play the video game now instead of me just, like, ranting about the game. Feeling a soul falls, so we're crushing my soul more. I'm gonna chill here. It's not that easy of a solo flawless, but it is very fun. It doesn't say it's exotic only in the description, but that's just how it works. It's like a Yallarhorn. Like, you can't use Yallarhorn to buff up Dragon's Breath, you know? Or Whirling Ovation. It's just how it works. The drippiest Titan in history now? Hell yeah. The aesthetic of the armor and weapons is sick. I do agree with that entirely. The quest is still the DPS King of Swords? No, Sinancia is the DPS King of Swords, my friend. Sinancia is the best legendary sword. Wolfsbane's the best exotic sword for DPS. I don't think Bequest has been the best in a long time. Hell, Gold Tusk was better in some ways.
Don't make me regret it.
We appreciate the confidence, Saint. We won't take any unnecessary risks. I hope.
You hope. Make a snowball. Hey, yeah. It's been a while since I've played without Praxic, so I might need a second to kind of like remember how the fuck to play the game without being carried by the lightsaber. Make a snowball. There you are. Get the fuck out of here. I missed completely. Incredible. Once we get our first ammo drop, we're going to be cooking, though, I think. Free prisoners. Wait, what? This is not how that works. Man's charger, 3 lights, and the 1 heavy doesn't proc. Wait, does it not? Are you fucking kidding me, Beaver? What the hell are they doing to my poor Lament, dude? There we go. Now we can go a bit sicko mode. Dude, 1 shot on ultimate difficulty. Let's go. Oh man, no connections. This is unfortunate. I should run like a will this hit? Kobe? Oh my god, that poor Scion got fucked. Let's go. Next synthesis brick, please. I would love one. There we go. Now I'm starting to get some ammo, so now we can start snowballing, I think. Goodbye. I love Black Talon. I want to throw snowballs. I'm not playing Crucible right now, homie. I'm sorry. I gotta reestablish the connection. Oh gosh. Alright. Damn, goodbye. Jesus. There we go, 46 ammo now. There we go. God, I couldn't fucking hit him. If that's true, then I'm very upset. Connect synthesis brick, please. Oh, is that Tremors not proc that? I actually didn't know. That's unfortunate. Oh my god. Dude. You're getting the Black Talon. Get over here. Well, yeah, you have to judge the fashion of your fellow Guardians. That's like the whole point of the video game. But, yeah, no, I would say the best sword in the game, the best legendary sword is still Sinantia. That shit's crazy. Elemental honing and surrounded and attrition orbs. Like, that thing's just fantastic. And true endgame is fashion. Definitely can feel like it. Yes, I would love that. Black Talon you can, which is fucking sick, but with stuff like Temptation's Edge, you just can't. You just like do the weird like heavy swipe thing. You don't actually get the you don't actually get the attack itself. And honestly, I wish it stacked Whirlwind Blade, because it doesn't, which is really upsetting. Thank you for the 15 seconds to devour. The ammo economy of Black Talon is still pretty awful. But we're not running out of ammo, which is nice. And we are fucking shit up. Goodbye. Jesus! Black Talon does some fucking numbers, dude. 100%. Hell yeah. Imagine if I died there. That'd been awesome. The people in my clan are constantly sad at me with their outfits. Mismatched Lego blocks guardians. Look like Lego minifigures that you've pulled apart. Bop. I should have made a snowball. That's so sad. I don't know what I should do tonight, though. I haven't really done much. I don't know. Should we like try the GM tonight? I don't really know what to do. I kind of just wanted to stream and hang out with people because I was getting kind of lonely. They don't tell you this when you move out, when you're used to living with roommates your whole life, but you'll be alone. You know, when you live alone, you live alone. It's crazy. Jesus, goodbye. Trio, Last Wish. I haven't even done Last Wish normally. They both Tesseract recently. Look, the problem with Tesseract is that it's Tesseract. They can buff it all they want. My ass is not sprinting for half a second just to do a worse Vortex heavy. I'm sorry, Bungie, but I'm not using that clunky ass sword. That sword is so annoying to use. Last Wish is the one raid I desperately need to run, but don't know any of the mechanics. I desire the shader. You know, I haven't done Last Wish a single time. Mostly because there's no sword from it, and there's no like interesting loot that I care about. Like, Crota's End is the sword dungeon. Like, you're supposed to sword Crota. That's like the whole point of him taking 1 billion more damage from swords. And then Val Disciple has a cool ass glaive. Vault of Glass is just very easy and a very fun raid. It's like your first raid. And then, of course, Deepstone Crypt has Bequest and Salvation's Edge has Summum Bonum. But Last Wish, like, none of the loot in there is particularly fantastic. And none of the bosses are like, oh, I gotta fight that, like there was for Crota. So it's hard for me to really, like, care about it, you know? God, Black Talon really does have infinite ammo now. Or not infinite ammo, like infinite charge rate. Because check out Duelist Trance when it's like active. Look how fast my energy comes back up. I am running a Lucent Blades, but I don't think it matters. Genuinely. I think I could be running no Lucent Blades whatsoever and be fine. Goodbye. I should like a Pinnacle Ops or something. It's something like actually difficult, because this is kind of nothing, you know? Soul Ops are not hard. Which kind of stinks, because I think it'd be really cool to have, like, genuinely really difficult content. Oh, I thought he was going to stay. No, I guess goodbye, Thresher. Will this kill me? I wonder if this will kill me. The answer is no. The answer is no, it will not kill me. God, that's fucking funny. I don't know why I'm generating, like, no ammo for my sword kills. You see that? Like, my heavy ammo progress is not going up very far. Hey, y'all, go, Snowball. My volatile rounds, please, thank you. Go Black Talon. Oh, that dude doesn't... That Thresher does, like, no fucking damage. What the hell? Don't even need to penetrate the barrier! Holy shit! That's awesome. Okay, I'll push forward. That's why I left this ammo crate here. I mean, I guess you could have said the same thing with Ergo Serum, right? That you kind of should always run it on Stronghold. But Ergo Serum didn't have more DR than a power sword when you right-clicked. You kind of had to run Ergo Serum alongside a power sword, not the opposite, you know? But now it feels like if you're going to run a legendary sword, you might as well run Praxic Blade. Which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I also agree with that as well. It's like when I'm running Ergo Sum, I feel like I have to be on Prismatic or I'm wasting a lot of the potential of the sword. Either or I have to be running something like Wolfpack rounds. I don't want to do the coil for some reason. Why do I want to do the coil, chat? Why am I coil pilled all of a sudden? Bonk. Fucking goodbye. It's weird that you can't slide while holding a snowball. Dude, this is on ultimate difficulty, and they're all just crumbling. Jesus. Black Talon does so much damage now, but nobody gives a shit because of Praxic Blade. Nobody could possibly care. Goodbye, everybody! Jesus. I'm taking the snowball with me. It's mine. It belongs to me.
Well, look at you. Gonna make this next part seem easy.
Hiya! Shoot me. See what happens. Hey, Xenomorph. One second, I'll read that in a moment. Oh, I thought you were the boss. Poor fucker. That poor red bar. Oh my god. I thought he was the boss. I haven't done this one yet. Now I feel bad. Jesus. Dude, why did your post not activate? There we go. Goodbye. Oh, I wanted to kill you with my grenade. Make a snowball. I fucking snowballed the boss. That's pretty good numbers. 100%, dude. Where's the kinetic synthesis brick? Come on. What's a good weapon for kinetic synthesis that's not Praxic Blade? Get the fuck out of my sight. Damn, tanky as fuck. Don't you run me over. Okay, we're good. Jeez, imagine. The sniper? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run the new heavy sniper on my Stronghold build. My Stronghold build that's banning Praxic Blade. Dude, two people recommended the sniper. when I'm running Black Talon. My friends. I can't run the new sniper with my Black Talon. I don't read the reroute or anything like that. Pray this revenge. I'll have to look up that in a moment. This might come as a surprise to y'all, but unless it's a sword, I don't usually know what it is. I'm kind of a goober. Something. The new kinetic sniper? I could try that, yeah. Bonk, bonk, bonk. With one ammo to spare, baby, let's go. Yeah. Touch of Malice? I don't think I have that one.
Watching the young wolf take a whole army by themselves.
Maybe had one load of Stronghold, now all but two are. I almost feel dirty running anything else. Hey, homie, let me show you real quick. Solar Stronghold, Void Stronghold, Arc Stronghold, Stasis Stronghold, Strand Stronghold, Prismatic Stronghold. My Stronghold swap build with Ill Omen Ergo swap. And then I have my single Icefall Mantle build. And then I've got like my loadout for contest, which I was running, or not contest, for like if I really want to speed from a dungeon, like Cutthroat or something. Then I have like my raid loadout where I'm the Div Daddy. And then I've got 2 PvP loadouts. These 7 are all Stronghold, baby. And that's never changing. Never ever changing. A Stronghold for every flavor. So let's see. Let's look at these other choices you're talking about. And rightly so, exactly. So you get it. You get me, Xenomorph. You understand. So the new kinetic sniper, something, which I don't think do I even have a something? I might. There's a peculiar charm. I wonder how that goes with a kinetic synthesis. Behemoth, low-key fire, although Prism's a little better for it because of the shatter damage fragment. Kira, I'm going to blow your mind real quick. This fragment has the exact same values as this fragment. It's literally copy-pasted. It's the same fragment. Which is fucked up. My issue with running Behemoth is that you're not doing nearly as much damage as Void, Strand, Prismatic, or Solar. You're doing basically the worst damage out of every subclass. And you're not even as tanky as Strand or something. So if you want to go tanky, just run Strand. If you want to do damage, run Solar. Yeah, let me show you real quick. So, Prismatic, Facet of Ruin, shattering enemies or destroying creatures deals zero damage instance, dealing up to 25 damage in a 10-meter radius. We go to Stasis. We go to... where is it? Am I stupid? Fissures. 25-10. It's the same fucking thing! They just put it on Prismatic and made it do ignitions as well. No, it works on any shatter. Yeah, it does say defeat a frozen target. Damn, I didn't know that. It does actually just lie to you. Hey, Sunda. Behemoth is nice using something other than Strongholds, like the Stasis Boots, or with Icefall Mantle, which is my second favorite Tidic exotic. I get that question asked a decent amount. Do you have a current Void build on YouTube? Just, like... Man, this is like my third rant about this. I don't think Void's a good subclass for Praxic, because with this current artifact, you can do everything from, like, anything with Prismatic. My bad for reading the text of the game. Yo, true? Maybe... I don't know. It says defeat a frozen target, but that's just not true. Like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Taking melee damage while running frost armor should be default slow enemies in PvE. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be down with that. Is this a future proof build for it? If I was gonna make, all right, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do, chat. Fuck what you heard. We're killing all the void stuff. Don't get Armor Smith, by the way. I talked about the most recent video. Armor Smith were override sword masters. It'll turn the resist X5 and the resist X1. It's so fucking sad. There really is so much shit in this game that's just not true, and we know how things work thanks to the community. I don't get why. Okay, I'm a big fan of mech games, right? I play a lot of Armored Core. There's a reason why it's like the only OST I use in my fucking videos anymore. Why don't we have a detailed view? This kind of stuff is fine for like the casual dad who plays like an hour of Destiny 2 a day because that's all he can get while his like son takes a nap or something. But like for us nerd ass people, give us a detailed view. Let me press like Y or something to bring up like hard numbers where it tells me, it gives me like the full explanation. Like it gives me this. Just let me do that. If you're making Destiny 3, Bungie, let me press a button to get a detailed view where it tells me everything. Because you know these numbers, they're in your game. You made them. It's not like you have to figure them out yourself. I guess you technically do, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do a future-proof build with it. So, of course, we're running Impact's Core on Praxic Blade. Oh, let me actually get my Praxic Blade out, because we said we're going to ban it for this stream. Like how in PoE, you can lock the place down and start inspecting every little detail. Yeah, exactly. Games like Diablo and PoE are really good about this. How much extra work that would create for them when patching things. I guess that's a good point, actually. They would have to go through every tooltip. But then again, like, how much extra work are we talking? Because if you're not talking about giant, huge, sweeping changes like Renegades, we got like 1 billion buffs for everything. That's like maybe a day's worth of work going in and changing like text. Does that make sense? I don't feel like that would be that bad. Get like Bob from like, just get like Bob the Temp to do it, or like Bob the Intern. You know what I mean? This is, yeah, it's an intern's work. Yeah, exactly. Especially because like other games do it, as we just talked about PoE, you know? Really is insane how catered towards a casual crowd this game has become when needing a PhD in it to actually play it correctly. Well, I disagree with playing it correctly, because the thing is, unless we're talking about contest or solo flawlesses or like low manning objectives or like master raids and master dungeons, the game's not particularly hard. So to play the game correctly, or like to play the game in a fun way to actually beat challenges and beat like the portal activities, you kind of just need a rudimentary understanding of the game. You don't need to have all these numbers. But if you want to go farther, if you want to do low man stuff, if you want to do master dungeons or master master raids and stuff like that, if you want to beat contest mode, then yeah, you're going to have to look at YouTubers like Aegis and look at calculators and spreadsheets and things like that. Pandering to the casual player base and yet still being terrible with new light experience. See, I actually, I'm gonna put on my angry hat real quick. I don't get why people hate the new light experience, because my new light experience wasn't actually that bad. Now, given that I did play in Season of the Splicer and then get bored after like 10 hours, I still played 10 hours. Like, the new light experience wasn't that bad. That's not what made me stop playing Destiny. What made me stop playing Destiny in Season of the Splicer was I didn't get a sword yet. Like that. I got bored. Okay, actually, there is a critique I make about the new light experience. They gave me Synthoceps as like the first Titan exotic I ever got, was Synthos with the Sunbreaker class. So I just ran around throwing my fucking little bap hammer with Synthos, and that's all I would do. And then I would get something else, and I'd be like, okay, this gun's not nearly as good as just throwing my hammer, so what's the point of it? Because I didn't know about like 1-2 punch or anything like that yet, so I just like would hold whatever gun I thought looked the coolest and would just spam my hammer. Sword autism? I kind of do, yeah. I kind of do have the... Oh, let me actually do the thing I was going to do. Bob from accounting, he's not authorized for that kind of work. It's a good point. I apologize. We'll just go a random 86 roll. I'm keeping all my 86 rolls because I'm hoping that I'll eventually find something cool to do with that sword on Stronghold. All right, so future-proofing the build. So I would do Echo of Starvation, Echo of Harvest, Echo of Persistence probably. Don't really need Echo of Instability. I'd probably instead run Echo of Reprisal just for more super spam. And then, I mean, Echo of Obscurity, you don't really need this anymore. I used to run this in really hard content on Void because it would give you a chance to, like, take a breather. But you kind of don't need it anymore. So I'm wondering what you should run instead, actually. I don't need that because you're already weakening. Probably Echo Cessation just for more volatile. So I'd probably just run something like this if you wanted to run Void Praxic on Stronghold, but without, like, let's say these artifact mods didn't exist. Because then you would gain Devour constantly. You would constantly have weakening because of Praxic Blade. Do you see what I mean? Hopefully I'm making my point right about the artifact making Void kind of bad for Praxic Blade. Because if we are accounting for the artifact, if we're looking at these perks right here, this super doesn't do anything for Praxic Blade because you're already weakening on hit because you have overshield because of like Prismatic. This is giving you Devour, Weaken, and Overshield, which are all three Void keywords. So the only thing you're getting from Void is Volatile. And you kind of don't really need Volatile. Like, the only thing unique to Void here is Controlled Demolition, and I guess the other two supers, but... I mean, unless you want to run Ward of Dawn, I mean, you can. It's not terrible. I wish it still... If it still gave you Weapons of Light, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's play Ward of Dawn. But ever since Final Shape, they were like, let's take away the Weapons of Light, unless you're wearing a cool hat. And I'm like, okay. Guess I won't be using Ward of Dawn anymore. Has anyone ever done that for like contest? Run Ward of Dawn with Saint 14 helmet? Could you possibly even clear with one of your members wearing Saint 14 helmet? You know? I just don't think it matters. You know? Yo, triple tap 4th time's the charm, the really funny roll? Isn't this an infinite mag roll? I think this is infinite mag. Or not infinite mag, but like damn fucking close to it. I need to check something real quick. No, let's actually do an activity. No, it doesn't trigger on bosses. I'm talking about the Weapons of Light that it gives you. Because it gives you like, I think Weapons of Light is what, 50% damage? Is it 50%? I hope it's 50%, or that's terrible. Alma Saint 14, yep. Yeah, weapon damage boost. It's 25? Dude, it's 25. There's no way it's only 25. Don't do this to me. Saint 14's such a cool character. There's no way. It's 25! Dude! Same as base well. Damn, they really gave Titans worse well, but you have to wear a funny hat for it to even compete. Dude. That is fucked up. Kind of a waste of exotic considering the damage buff from it doesn't stack. It doesn't even stack with other stuff? Ward is getting a rework soon? Wait, really? I didn't know that. When did they said that? Triggering at the 40% that Sentinel lost? Yeah, Sentinel Shield used to be 40%. Now it's like, what, 25? I will say, that is a lot of fun. I do love this super. Sentinel Shield's so cool with the rework now. I think it's really dope. Hell, that might be like something I try in the future is a Doomfang Pauldron build or an Ursa Furiosa. Ursa Furiosa is so cool in theory, but the difference between running Ursa and not running Ursa is just not good enough for me. Like it doesn't feel as impactful. It doesn't feel like I'm getting the most out of my exotic. I guess maybe I'm just spoiled by Stronghold, you know? Where Stronghold is so incredibly powerful defensively that every other defensive exotic just doesn't feel nearly as good. What the f... Why does... Why does Icefall Mantle get such a huge... Oh, it's because of Matadoxia. Okay, I see now. I was like... I wasn't even looking over here because I never look at the Warlock shit. I was just confused why Icefall Mantle got such a huge row. God, that's fucking funny. Maybe it'll fix if I do this. It was almost obligatory for a lot of stuff in D1. The only thing I know about D1 is that everyone ran Yallarhorn. That was what I was told, is that every raiding team had 6 Yallarhorns on it. Okay, it fixes it if you do that, yeah. Is that... How accurate is that, by the way? Because I didn't play... Again, I didn't play D1. So I don't know if I'm spouting lies or not. If every team was just 6 Yallarhorns. That's what I was told. There's my future-proofed build. I guess if we get some cool artifact perks down here in 71 days, then maybe you could justify running Void, because then like you wouldn't need Power from Pain or Singularity Blade. You could run like other perks, like really powerful ones. You never know. Maybe. I mean, let's play with it. Why not? Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll be like, holy shit, it's actually goated. What should we run, though? I could just do solo encore. Give me like the heavy sniper. Be pretty damn good. Or my heavy sniper. There we go. I have a good charge. Why the hell not? Good damage. 2 super stats, because we can. Void resistance for the Honey Hydra boss. Yeah, firepower. Second chance for the weekend and melee regen, because I feel like Sentinel already lasts long enough for general play that I don't need pauldrons. Huh. I haven't heard somebody say second chance in a long, long time. All second chance does is just give you a second shield throw, right? And like it pierces barrier champions. Does it do anything else besides that? I'll be right back. Let me get some water because I'm talking a lot, so my voice is dead. Second chance is still tethered using Monte Carlo and Pugilist weapons. I mean, everything with like a melee build would do that. Infinite shield throwing. Void breaches bring back your melee fast? Wait, I thought void breaches were just class ability energy. Am I crazy? Yeah, it's class ability energy. How are you getting melee energy back from it? Am I crazy? Might be crazy. All right, let's go. Part of the exotic rework. Really? So second chance. Oh, cool. I didn't realize second chance did that. That's sick. 3 to 4 breaches refill melee. That's actually fucking cool. I like that. Void threat. Hot step. Fill this shit with 1 billion negative modifiers. Yeah, that's kind of all I really care to put on. Avant-garde gets us to A. Look at that. Extinction. Might as well try it. Fuck it. Why not? Let's have some fun. 20% melee energy each breach. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Definitely could make that work. Especially with Monte Carlo. I haven't touched Monte Carlo in a long time, though. I remember back when I first started, and I was doing blades only, doing all the solo master lost sectors with only swords and glaives. People were like, "You should be able to run Izanagi's Burden with the World Shaper ornament and and Monte Carlo, but only the catalyst part." And I was like, I don't think you can even activate the catalyst without shooting, can you? And something interesting about blades only is that because I didn't have any access to my melee, barrier champions were really difficult because we didn't have, like, Praxic blade like we do now, and I couldn't get radiant from a charged melee on like solar or prismatic. So I was just kind of screwed when it came to barrier champs. I had to run lament, which means I had to run 2 glaives and a lament, which was really funny. What a goofy ass challenge. But it was fun though. I enjoyed it. It's like in here, right? There you go. There you go in the next one, I think. Unless I'm just wrong. No, I'm correct. Let's go. Super spammable, high damage. Second chance this isn't spammable enough. So you think they should increase the amount you get from it then? Like from void breaches, you think it should be like 30% instead of 20? Figure out Severance Corner lets you speedrun their content by destroying enemies. Objectives through walls? Wait, what? Severance Enclosure? How are you doing that? What is Severance Enclosure? I'm not taking it Red Crystal for X-Blade. This is Orange Crystal. I don't use the Red Crystal because it's evil. I just never went for it. I like invasions a lot in like Souls games and such. I just never really messed with it. But I have Orange Crystal from Mars, which I think looks sick as hell with the drip, so. Excuse me. There we go, we're good. We try to have practice sword movement for many hours. Looks like we were infinite high damage grenades. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I remember beating, I remember looking, like, editing my solo floss equilibrium and seeing that took me like an hour and 30 minutes, and I was like, oh shit. That's super slow compared to the runs I'm seeing on YouTube. But all the runs I'm seeing on YouTube are like 30 minutes long because they're using Warlock to just one-shot every phase, and I'm like, well, can't really compete with that. Like, that's the thing. Like, I can't do 30-minute long equilibrium solo flawless because I'm not a Warlock. Full Vader outfit with Red Saber? Oh yeah, obviously. It's fun as hell. My kinetic synthesis brick, what the fuck? I didn't get it. I was gonna go for it, chat. More consistency with balance. Well, the thing is with Destiny 2 is that we just have, it comes in waves, right? Like during Heresy, Titans were the best class, and it kind of wasn't super close because we had like Storm's Keep flashover bullshit that we were doing with oh god, what's that, Lemonique or whatever that bow was called? Le Monarch? That's what it is. We had that going for us, which was like the best build in the game. At least from what I could tell. You can reflect the lightning from the boss back to his hands. I did not know that. If that's true, then that's based as hell. But I never figured that out. Snowball! Yippee! Destiny 2 balance comes in waves, is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, sometimes it's a Hunter season, sometimes it's a Warlock season, and sometimes it's a Titan season. That's just how it be. This depends on how Bungie's doing stuff at the time. And honestly, I don't think there's anything really wrong with that. The only times where it gets weird is during contest, where, like, the first clear is triple Warlock. Like, ideally, you'd want it to be 1-1-1, right? And sometimes it's duck season. And sometimes it's rabbit season. I just realized I still have Sentinel Shield on, which is kind of a problem. I'm supposed to have Axis. Working 3 to 4 exotics every so often, they should all be the same level. Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with looking at second chance and looking at controversy and being like, how did you possibly think that these were the same exact power level? I completely get that, yeah. Oh, didn't hit him. I thought I would hit him. I sure as fuck did not. Dude, my blade stopped like this close to him and he just gunned my ass down. Because if I hit him, he would have stopped shooting and put up a shield, which was what I was hoping for. But instead, I just got my ass obliterated by his machine gun, which honestly was pretty fucking funny. If only second chance spawned another shield every time the throw killed something, that would be sick as fuck, actually. What if second chance just threw 2 shields at once? What if it was like... What if it sent 2 homing shields out like this? Solar with ignitions. Yeah, Kira. 100%. And now we can fix it, right? You can put axes back on. What should I try? I kind of want to... I don't know why, but I kind of want to do the coil. I don't know why I want to do the coil, but I want to do the coil, chat. It's coil time. No, I do air superiority, sure. Extinction. Avant-garde. Hell yeah. Way more than we need. Stasis have infinite surge loop? Yes, that is true. It is a good point. Is that you don't have to run you can just run the elemental charge thing in your boots and you don't have to worry about surges whatsoever, which is kind of cool. Charge the melee and throws 2 orbiting shields. Yo, that would be cool as fuck. Yeah, it kind of stinks that hunters aren't like super powerful. Cause like ideally you'd have it be where 3 hunters was like the super glass cannon melt everything comp, but that's just not true at all. Sure. Sure. I wonder if that works on the last hit of the heavy. Like on this attack, because technically I'm in the air for like a moment, you know? He's a masochist? Look. Joining allies? What allies? Excuse me. I like the coil. Is that a problem, Fire Smoke, that I enjoy an activity? Because I think the coil's cool. The weapons you crave. Enter the portal.
Slay my enemy
You enter the portal. Like fate.
And I will pour the small measure of your brutality and greed into truly
Hyperblade. Hello, I'm here. How y'all doing?
nothing in return but your dedication to our cause.
Coil when you choose your own modifiers is fun. Coil when trying to do the match-made version is just pain. I can imagine, especially because you have your like teammates that are just gonna eat all the revive tokens.
Your prey.
But thankfully, I don't have to give a shit about the revive tokens because I will not die. Because I'm epic. Yo, Snowball? Oh my god, the Snowball revealed to me a secret pot. Let's go. Thank you, Snowball. There we go. Pot obtained. Not that kind of pot, unfortunately. Yeah, I think hunters need some really big buffs. Apparently the Orpheus rigs buff wasn't actually that powerful because like it doesn't care about power scaling or something weird like that. Heard something about... I hate Praxic Blade Heavy, dude. I heard something about that where like Orpheus rigs or one of the tether, like one of the arrow super exotics. You have to bear with me. I don't play Hunter. Was not working as intended. Like the bar didn't fill up as fast as it's supposed to. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I hope y'all do. Make hunters mega speedy. That'd be kind of sick, actually, if hunters had even more movement speed over the other classes. That'd be sick as hell. Give hunters, like, 20% speed boost only in PvE, not in PvP. But also, if we're talking about, like, consistency and balance, haven't hunters been, like, ruling, especially Void Hunter, haven't they been ruling PvP for a long-ass time? Fills up with 2 shots from a crossbow. Everything else takes way too much time. I see. Well, I'm saying you increase it even more, SC. That felt pretty sick. Not gonna lie. I go and explode, see what happens. That's right, I don't give a fuck. You don't think I'm not getting a lot of on this build is Overshield. Maybe I should run Bastion instead of a volatile one. Because Bastion would be kind of sick. Maybe we go Bastion. Run double Overshield. Just to activate other people's artifact and stuff. I'm already Bastion. Well, too bad. Get off of them. I tried making a Praxic heavy build on Solar Warlocks at Fred Resto too. Praxic on... Wait, what do you mean? How does Warlock even get Resto 2? Look, y'all... Again, y'all have to remember. I play one class and one build. I am the most niche Destiny 2 player you've ever done seen. I can't name half of the exotics for the other classes. Hell, I could probably name like 10%. I'm fucking getting gassed. Neurotoxin. Hey. Excuse you. Die, please. Thank you. Yo, revive token. Huge. Second chance, I have opinions. I want it to charge a heavy shield throw that locks on the enemies, throws fast, returns. Like, I want that to Captain America build so bad. We were talking about it doing 2 shields at once. I think that'd be sick as fuck. But yeah, second chance needs some love still. If we're comparing it to like Controverse and stuff like that. But then again, like, there has to be some kind of upward limit on power, right? Controverse seems just fucking nuts. So if we're buffing everything to be on the same level as Controverse, I feel like the game's gonna have some problems with longevity. Because if you can do solo flawless in 30 minutes with the new dungeon on Controverse, and that's the bar we're going to, I feel like things are gonna get real easy real quick. Excuse the fuck of that, huh? Homie fucking pushed me. What a bitch. You get the X. You get the X. Oh my god, he's the most powerful corrupted chieftain you've ever fucking seen? Holy shit, he killed me. Excuse me? He took away my jump and he teleported back on. What is that guy? What? Excuse me? What the fuck even happened? Dude, what is going on? Should throw on Yolder. The thing is, I wanted to play Yolder, but Yolder's behind like a billion pulls of the gacha, so I was like, nah, I'm not getting sucked in. I'm sorry. That makes sense, Kira. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with Gyro Core. Like, I'm just gonna run Impact Blade forever. Why would I run anything else, you know? I said, oh, true. If I was a hunter, I would have lived. Good point. Didn't think about that. To do my job? Oh, yeah, I talked about that. I'm gonna have Demons DJ for us, both on Twitch and YouTube. So I guess go ahead and set that up, Demons, and I'll swap it over to you in a moment. Demons has chosen a lot of copyright-free music for us to play. If you had grapple, yo, true. And you know who has grapple on 2 subclasses? Hunter. So if I was on Hunter, I would have lived. Just saying. How does Ascension even work? Is it just use class ability in the air, or is it just your class ability now? Like you don't get a dodge roll. How does it work? How do you even activate Ascension? I assume that it's just class ability in the air. Thank you, Olivine. Okay, it is class ability in the air. I'm gonna put on Bastion. I want Overshield constantly. I want constant Overshield. And you know what? I think it's time for 86, chat. I think it's 86 time. I'm gonna finally bust it out. But my issue is that, like, it's not an 86 build. It's still fucking Praxic Blade build. I'm busting it out. Give me my 86. I mean, I could run flash counter redirection, but like then it's just a worse abyssal edge. God damn it. It's like the Titan Exotic and it consumes the class ability. What Titan Exotic are we talking about? which Titan Exotic? Sorry. Wait, or is it like the Praxic Vestment? Is that what you're talking about? The new Praxic. Okay, yeah. I haven't put this on once. I haven't touched this. I can't stress this enough. I play one thing in this fucking video game. How is the Stasis build coming along? I haven't messed with it yet, but honestly, I don't have high hopes. The only thing that's interesting about Stasis is Whisper of Torment. And, you know, Whisper of Rhyme. But I guess you also get infinite surges with Glacial Quake. You know what? Maybe Stasis ain't that bad, because you do get infinite surges. Because you constantly create crystals. Because you shatter a frozen target all the time, which is cool. God roll for 86 depends on what you want. Vix, that's the thing with swords, is that there is a bunch of god rolls. Do you want high burst damage? Do you want a worse version of Abyssal Edge? Flash counter redirection. Do you want really good, and by really good, I mean okay. Utility, you get lead from light attrition orbs. Because then it gives you a lot of special ammo meter progress. But the problem is that you have kinetic synthesis in the artifact. So ammo doesn't fucking matter anymore. You don't need lead from light attrition orbs because you can just use Praxic Blade and get all your ammo for free. So... there's also stuff like... stuff like Slice, which is kind of neat, I guess. Especially on this kind of build. You need Flash Counter Attrition Orbs, which will give you... Flash Counter Attrition Orbs gives you free orbs for all the flash counters you're doing. If fucking Sharp Harvest worked on heavy attacks, it'd be sick! I wish Sharp Harvest worked on heavy attacks. As Vortex Frame Heavies hit 6 times, right? So you would get 10% of your special backpack for 1 heavy, which would be sick as hell. But instead, you don't get that. About playing one thing, I'm having a Strongholds getting nerfed level crash about Ascension no longer working with sword perks. That was the coolest part of Hunt. That was like the only thing that really made me kind of want to try Hunter, was the fact that it worked with sword perks. But that's very sad. I don't even understand why they got rid of it, because it would have been really cool, right? Yeah, it gives back a class ability. It gives back whatever energy you want. The one closest to a full charge. This is the only good thing about 86. 100%. This is the only thing that matters on 86. If this sword didn't have Bray Legacy, it'd be complete garbage. Yeah, that's my issue, Sunday, is that the throw itself is just badly coded, or at least it feels like it. You know? Do we go back to the coil chat? Thoughts on coiling? Do we do something else? I kind of want to try Contest of Elders, but it seems real fucking hard. We can do Whisper. We can Whisper it. Let's Whisper it, chat. I'm so down. Nope, no Chill Touch. Chill Touch is annoying as hell. Let's go. Yeah, I agree, Kira. Contest of Elders just takes forever. It also, like, doesn't have any champions in it, so if you're in a fire team and somebody dies twice, they're just dead forever. Is it still that way, or did they add champions? Praxic Vestment plus Steel Hunt plus Prismatic. Too many things to keep track of. As many... You complete bar maxing Fire Smoke. Still that way? Jesus. Good luck. Make a snowball. Hiya! Dude, if it was pre-nerf, you'd be fucked. All I'm saying. Goodbye, Unstop, man. Hiya! I don't have a good weapon for this. Wait. I found a use, chat. 86 is goated. I was wrong. I did say Duck has a cool build for 86 that I am interested in. Not interested in playing, but just interested in looking at and being like, ooh, that looks cool. He's using the class item that combines Hoarfrost Z and Capri's Horn on 86 and just doing like the heavy attack class item, heavy attack class ability, which is generally really cool. My issue is that it is not a Stronghold build. Maybe one day I'll get over my addiction, but not today. Start rolling your strongholds. It's a gunner with a focus on super. 30 weapons, 20 grenade, 12 super. Pretty sure that's the max stats, but that's all I really care about on Stronghold. Class ability sometimes, if I'm running like a Thruster or Bastion, I'll care about class ability. Hell, I should have swapped this over, this to class front. Never get over it. Honestly, that's kind of how it's feeling. Like, I haven't gotten bored of it yet. In fact, I keep coming back because I keep thinking of playing Stronghold. Like, the reason I hopped on Destiny today, like, I was in my bed just bed rotting. Like, you know, relaxing because I've had a pretty exhausting week. And it's going to get even worse tomorrow because we had that Christmas creep. And by Christmas creep, I mean it's literally Christmas week. So Pepsi's going to be super fucking busy this week. It is all hands on deck for people running Christmas parties and everything like that. So I'm going to be exhausted this week. But I was laying in bed and then I think they're still here, but that one person was like, "Hey, where's the Void Stronghold build?" Or like patiently waiting for the Void Stronghold build. And I was like, "You know what? I haven't played Void Stronghold since before I got Praxic Blade. I'm going to hop on and play some Void Stronghold." And yet here I am. Right? Oh, it's down here. I'm stupid. Hello. Me about Ascension, but whenever I try to play another class, Ascension seems cool. It looks really flashy and fun. I wish Titan had a different class ability for more mobile Titans, because like Thruster is really cool, but I can only run Thruster on like 2 classes. I can only run Thruster on Prismatic and Arc. There's no Thruster for like Void, for example. I would just love something like that for Strand and for Solar. Because it really feels like I only have 2 abilities with Stronghold. Hell, it only feels like I have only 1 ability with Stronghold most of the time. If I'm being completely honest. That was supposed to hit you. Okay, we're good. Oh, I don't have any way to stun overloads, I just realized. Except for this. Gotcha, ass. Hit me. Thank you. Oh, I also have snowballs. Wait. Let's fucking go. The snowball clutch. Hello? Does this work? Yo, 245 damage. Ain't bad. I just do this. Make sure I don't die in here. I just throw my sword 3 times. Hell yeah. Give me that snowball. Here's my next victim. Get snowballed, bitch. Yo, let's go. It worked. That's so sick. Snowball gaming. Who needs an overload stun? Blink? Do you mean like the double jump? Dude, give me Blink on Titan, but make it a class ability. Jesus, the snowballs are doing some fucking work. God damn. AD6 doesn't actually feel that bad, though. Thruster with Bastion would be awesome. Thruster with Crest of Alpha Lupi would be awesome. But unfortunately, Crest of Alpha Lupi only works at Thruster on the class ability. On the class item, sorry. Yeah, I get that, Xenomorph. We had 2 people sick last week, so I had to run basically 2 routes myself, which was not fun, as you can imagine. Goodbye. Hiya. Hi. What's up? You having a good day? Me and my homie? Oh shit, never mind. No longer my homie. Gets speared in the face. I feel like Hellstat is only has used only on sword beds to the power of Shrorbs this on swords. I can actually agree. I can agree with that. My issue with the Hellstat is that it's kind of just like a PvP thing. It feels like there's not really much reason to run it on non-PvP builds, because orbs already give you like enough health, or at least that's my opinion anyway. But keep in mind, do not trust my opinion on anything besides like swords and sword related stuff. So we're talking about like sniper DPS or whatever the fuck. I am like completely and totally useless. Really just Stronghold, because like I'm sure 86 works well on like other classes like Warlock and stuff, but on Stronghold it's not going to be that great. Bonk. You my snowball. I want it. Yay, snowball. Hey-yaw! Shirker sells swords and sword accessories. Yes, this is true. One in Vorpal and Sunclaw, but I just don't know how to use it for DPS with Praxic. I wouldn't use Vorpal Whirlwind. I would use a Vorpal Bait and Switch. And then I would just use it with like double Mint and PSI is what I would use on that DPS rotation. Swap to Mint, shoot it, swap to PSI. Because I believe both of them can get Envious Arsenal. Is that true? Or not Envious Arsenal, but like I know. Can Mint get Bait and Switch? One of them can get Bait and Switch, I think, right? Or am I crazy? I seem to remember Mint having something that's really good. Yeah, Warbone's great with Ergo Wolfpack, yeah, but like Bait and Switch is instant 35% damage though. If you just swap to the other weapons. But yeah, you should be using Wolfpack rounds, you're correct. You are 100% right on that. So what you should do is like Mint Retrograde and Ergosum, I guess, is what you would run on that build. Unless you have a buddy who's also running Ergosum. His Bait and Switch is at 8 seconds, so you'd have enough time. You'd be like pretty much on par. Hey, yo. I'm coming for you. Might get up there. Hi. How's it going? What the fuck? Homie's teleporting. Chase after him. I'm coming for you. Hi. How you doing? What's up? I fucking love Destiny 2, dude. I love this fucking video game. Goodbye. How are you still alive? I think it's a different guy. Goodbye. That's right, chat. The whole time, I could have just hit him. Pretty epic, huh? Mint gets Envious Bait. That's what I was thinking of, yeah. PSI only got roll for damage, something like stats for all elemental honing. Yeah, that's not fantastic compared to Bait Envious. They really wanted their new Pulse Rifle frame to be good, by the way, because like holy shit, the insane perks on Mint Retrograde, Jesus Christ. You had fucking Chain Reaction, you had Envious Arsenal, you had Bait and Switch, you had fucking Slice, you had, I think it's Slice, right? You had basically anything you ever could want on a Strand weapon was there. Give me my sword back. Thank you. What if I did this? I straight up thought that was just gonna get eaten by the barricade. Like, fully. Hyperblade. Hello. Boss damage just using Praxic and a heavy sword? Honestly, I would just use Praxic. I would commit to either the heavy sword or the Praxic blade. Sinancy is a really good heavy sword for damage. But I would just run, like, Sinancy and have a friend run Ergo. It's light, heavy. But this season, it's light, heavy because of a combination Argent Blade and Swordstorm combo. So it has to be light, heavy. Thank you, Mr. AG, and I appreciate it. I will do my best. After Christmas is over, I'll probably have a lot more videos. Fuck it. Let's do all 3. Why not, you know? Give me my 16 seconds of resto too, please. Thank you. God, I'm so glad I did that. Holy shit, look at my fucking health. Even with the resto. Jesus Christ. Swordmasters, keep me alive. Jesus Christ, dude. And yet I'm living. And with the power of Bastion, I'm living even more. You can't kill me. I am too strong. Ayo. Goodbye. I'm fucking invincible. Ayo. Go, my snowball, attack. Don't throw the Praxic blade ever. Yeah, see, most of my hits there got eaten, it looks like, by the barricade. Which is mega unfortunate, but that's just how it be at. And I'd rather just hold the Praxic blade the whole time. Yeah, look, why am I not getting that much energy off of, Yeah, see, look, I guess because I don't have 100 class stat. But, like, 86 is not nearly as much energy as I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. God, it doesn't even one-shot. That's so fucking sad, dude. Hyperblade. Axes to the face. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that impactful, unfortunately. Vortex and lightweight frames did a buff? No, lightweight frames are fine. It's Vortex and adaptive frames that need a buff. I would love for an adaptive frame buff, dude. There are so many cool swords that are just adaptive frames, unfortunately. Which means makes them, you know, not fantastic. I mean, look at Bequest, dude. Look at how the mighty have fallen. Vortex frame just need to not take 1 billion ammo per the heavy. Like, I don't know why they're like this. Have we not paid for the crimes of falling guillotine enough? You know, the upper hand works on just jumping and does not work like high ground where you need to be on higher revelation. Oh, really? Oh, that's neat. I would rather have the infinite amplified though. Specialist, bro? Are you kidding me? That's so fucking sad. What is this one? Gunner with health and melee. No, thank you. All right, let me go ahead and start this real quick. And then I got to make sure that YouTube can hear that. Multiple modify. Audio mixer's on 6. How do I fix that? And not yet. Right, origin trait on the vortex frame? You can only have one origin trait as far as I know. It's Bright Legacy, and that's it. But it doesn't seem very powerful. I guess you have to have 100 in the stat, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Hey, Gasora, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I guess we'll just do track 1. It looks like just track 1 for them. Yeah, we'll try it. Modify audio mixer 1. All right, y'all should be able to hear music now, chat. Dual chainsaw is exotic, but it's cursed with being vortex frame. Thing is, vortex frames can be good. You want to talk about good vortex frames? I mean, Slammer's right there, dude. But the problem is that you don't use Slammer for damage. You use it for utility. Like, Falling Guillotine's also, like, really fun. But again, it's kind of fallen out of favor because of the vortex frames nerf, you know? It says less than 30. What's my current stat? Oh, my stat's 6. You know what? I take it back. Hey, 86. I'm sorry, I forgot. My fucking class stat 16. Okay, maybe I take back what I said earlier. Yeah, that's the thing is like 86 feels like a sword made for everyone but me, which I'm fine with. That's okay. I just don't do ability spam on Stronghold. It's all about the sword itself. So a sword that only really has like synergy with abilities doesn't really do much for me. Now, it does have flash counter redirection, which is one of my favorite combos in the game, but guess what else has flash counter redirection? This bad boy. Hell yeah. And I saved my initial Abyssal Edge just because it has a really high kill count. Check it out. 9,500. So altogether with those two Abyssal Edges, I've got like 15k kills. Yeah, I know, Mr. Doobs. As long as you actually have energy at all with it, you're good to go. Abyssal Edge Gaming, chat. What do y'all think? Thoughts on that? I can do some Abyssal Edge Gaming. But yeah, I like this build, so we're gonna save this build. I think this will be my new Void build for now. I guess it does mean we should mess with we'll do a real quick Abyssal Edge Gaming just because I want to play with the sword because I haven't done it in a while. On the Void Dungeon Sword, our Repulsor Brace D-Stab and Eager Edge, Repulsor Brace D-Stab and Eager Edge Assassin's Blade. Also, a Flash Counterattack is really fun. I like Flash Counterattack a lot. That's what I would personally recommend. Sure. We connect dexterity. Yeah, everything else should be fine, yeah. I really need a better Swordmaster's helmet because the fact that this is melee focus and this is grenade focus is not great. I want weapon focus for both of these. Still no music there? Oh shit, let me fix that real quick. How do I fix that? I wonder if I have to restart the stream. I hope not. Uh-oh. I might have to restart it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Stormcrest is only on 1. So if you're also on auto trick 1, I think I would have to restart the stream. Yeah, counterattack's really funny on Throne Cleaver. Don't worry about it tonight. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it tonight then. We'll go back to just random OST stuff. But tomorrow we'll figure that out, or next time I stream. Yeah, I'm gonna do some Abyssal Edge Gaming just because I fucking love this sword so much. This was my first video, was Abyssal Edge Redirection. Besides that one video I made with the lenses, but I didn't know how to make videos back then, so I don't count it. The video's quality is ass. But when Center Doctrine, I don't know if that's still true or not, but when Center Doctrine first came out, if you had a lens on your back, your sword hits would collide with the lens, and you couldn't hit anything. It was really fucked up. The only sword frame that you could use while holding a lens on the back of your back was a lightweight frame. I don't know why. Could do a real quick fire team ups. What's a fast fire team ups that we could do? The inverted spire. Looking for a fast fire team ups? I kind of want to keep my fire team ups full though. I just want to real quick solo ups. Give me creation. I love creation. Yeah, thankfully the rewards are way fucking better though. Like, jeez. They really did buff the hell out of fire team ops, which makes me very happy. There you go. We're launching it. This is my general setup for sword builds, by the way. Berserker with Thread of Transmutation instead of Thread of Wisdom, because it's not a Praxic. And then just Siphon, 2 heavy ammo finders, 2 surges, a scav, and then just dexterity mods for whatever sword I'm using. You can run basically any sword in the game with this setup. It's really fun.
You're getting close to the next objective.
Got our hands full here. You'll need to do this alone.
Dumbass. Next synthesis brick, let's go. Once we start getting ammo for Abyssal Edge, I'll actually start using it, but right now we have no ammo. So we cannot enjoy gun or sword quite yet. There's hammer. So check this out. Flash, 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 flash. That's 18 stacks of redirection. That's 22. That's 24 stacks of redirection without you only using 1 ammo so far. So if you don't know, flash counter actually does proc redirection, meaning you can double your damage of your sword super duper easily just by flashing the enemies, just by flashing the red bars. Wait till we find a champion. You'll see how fucking powerful this can be. I love flashing my enemies. So true, homie. So true. You know what I mean. I love Abyssal Edge. I should stand on the plate. Uncivil Discourse is really growing on me. I like it. It's cool. Go Titans. I agree, JSOP. I agree. We're going to win Guardian games again. I'm going to make damn sure of it. This year we ran 6 raid Titan. We went with 6 Titans for Deepstone Crypt, and seeing 6 Thunder Crashes going towards Atrax at the same time was beautiful. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. 6 Thunder Crashes all converging on one punk ass bitch. God, I fucking love this game. I was hoping that would work. Damn it. Titans have so much pride. I love my glorious class. Check this out. Do your little thingy real quick. Do your little thingy real quick. Thank you. That guy might not be the best example. I just realized I don't have any way to stun overloads. Wait, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna one-shot them anyway. Check this out. Let's go find a punk-ass bitch overload. It should one-shot them. It better one-shot them. I'll call foul. Also, holy shit, why does that take 1 billion attacks? But I don't need to stun this barrier champion either. I can just do this. You ready for it? Oh, he didn't. Oh, no, he did die. Finisher. Hell yeah. And I got my fucking... I got my freaking redirection stacks back, too. Because the red bar is next to him. That's hilarious. It didn't one-shot, which is unfortunate. I wonder if I had my surges up. Maybe that's the reason. No stunning needed. Die. It only took away 10 stacks of redirection, dude. And there are my stacks back. Thank you. Get me out of here. How dare you trap me. Don't you dare put baby in the corner. There we go. There's the one shot. Yo, in the fucking... in the jail cell? Oh yeah, Elevin was there for the fucking 6 Titan attack. That shit was so fun. I'd love to do that again. Wonder if I can get away with this. Do y'all think I can get away with this, chat? Nope. I fucking love Destiny 2. Okay, but imagine if I pulled it off, though. Imagine if... Imagine if I did it, though. Jesus, man. That's so fucking funny. What should we even do? I don't even know what I should do right now. I want to do more pinnacles to farm more stuff. More like Swordmaster's gear. I guess we should fuck around with Behemoth. So, this is the only fragment slot that I'm not super happy with. And we can also swap off to Cloudclism to Howl of the Storm. But the thing is, okay, here's the problem I have with Behemoth Titan or Behemoth Stronghold. Unless the artifact specifically buffs Frost Armor or Stasis in some way like it did last season, I feel like you should just run Icefall Mantle. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, Icefall Mantle is really, really good, but it also isn't Stronghold levels of good, you know? But so many of this stuff has, like, really... Like, this right here, Whisper Refraction, is so incredible with Icefall that it's really hard for me to justify not running Icefall. I did not mean to make that noise. Jesus. That was the bottle of Dr. Pepper Zero, by the way. That noise. The hell? I've drank so many bottles of soda. I have never made that fucking noise before. Jesus. I love Behemoth. I just don't like Icefall. That's crazy. How could you not like Icefall? It's awesome. Sage Protector on Icefall could be really fun, but my biggest issue, M'Baku, with Sage Protector is that you are giving up 50% DR plus exhaust for ability energy regeneration. On Icefall, I could see that being really strong because you're getting that 50% DR back using Icefall Mantle plus the healing. But on Stronghold, it just doesn't make any sense. Not strong enough. Icefall not being strong enough. I kind of get that. Like compared to Stronghold, 100%. But Icefall is just fun, you know. Sage Protector on Icefall. But then again, like if you want to run, let me. What about 86, chat? 86 with Icefall. Could work. What would I use? Recap of subclass builds for Stronghold soon. What do you mean recap builds of Stronghold for Stronghold? Like the Void and Stasis? I will eventually solo more GMs with more subclasses. I guess we could try soloing some stuff right now. We can try soloing the GM. Yeah, that's what that's the duck video that I talked about a little bit earlier. Oh, wait a second, Slice elemental honing. Or Slice do I have how many of these do I have with Slice? Do I have any other ones with Slice? Yeah, I would do that, Valdez. Once I like, I need to like actually beat something with it though, because I don't want to just upload a build video. I want to actually do something with it to show off the build. Elemental honing is pretty spicy. I mean, I could see that it is 35% at max stacks. That is very true. Oh, I have a slice attrition orbs roll. Be kind of nice. I have an idea, chat. I wonder if this is anything, like, at all. This could actually be really fucking cool if I could pull it off. Where's my Icefall with, like, Specialist? There's Max Specialist, Icefall right there. This is also Max Specialist. Which one do I want? Oh, this one has actual grenade stat. Give me this. Give me any Sword Masters I had that has Specialist. I need some Specialist Sword Masters gear. Specialist? Doesn't have plus grenade, though, but that's fine, because we don't need that much grenade. We need more super than we need grenade, actually. Or not super, weapons than we need grenade. Specialist, but it has really shitty focus. If any other specialist. I do. Oh my god, that one has plus class, too. That one also is really good. Wait a moment, chat. I might have the gear for it. Ah, wait. No, the Greaves, though. The Greaves are shitty. God damn it. No. Wait. This one's Gunner with extra class. I'll take it. It's good enough, chat. It's good enough. This one's also Paragon. Nah, we don't need it. We don't need it. Specialist. Wait a moment. $145 class. Severance cult? What the heck does that mean? No, I do not use D2 armor picker because I'm stupid. It's the actual reason. I never learned how it works, and I tried it for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it manually. I can't figure out how this thing works, so I'm not gonna bother with it, which I think is a very Titan thing to do, honestly. All right, let's check this out. Class checks out. I'm curious, chat. I'm curious. I mean, yeah, I had to loosen blades onto that bitch. And we might get somewhere. Dude, there's no way. Okay. That's pretty cool. My issue is how you gonna deal with the ammo problem. Triple dynamo? Yo, so true. So true, bestie. And I gotta use up all this. Yo, we run Aegir Scepter on it. Wait a moment. We run Aegir Scepter on the build. Give me Aegir Scepter. Where is it? Am I stupid? I don't see it. Oh god. Where's my Aegers? This is why I should just use Dim. Am I stupid? I don't see it. There it is. I found it. Dead mid. Thank you, Kira. Okay, check this out. That's not bad super gen. Dude. Nah, it doesn't work. Doesn't really matter at all. Wait, it doesn't even have to have... chat? Chat? It doesn't need to have sword energy. Why does it not need to have sword energy, chat? Because I thought it had to have sword energy. I'm using one ammo to do this. Distribution on class for more super? Is that how that works? It does say all abilities, I guess. Yeah, I didn't realize it was also your super as well. Solo flawless a dungeon with this? Yo, so true, bestie. And I have too much sword regen. I need to do this. Oh yeah, that is way more. Dude, jeez, the super regen is kind of crazy. What? Where the fuck are you? Oh, I accidentally... What the fuck? I thought I was being invaded. Dude. This is kind of sweet. The super gen is out of this world. Damn. And also getting the class ability too. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm only at 80 super, not even 100. Damn. I didn't even think about that. I should get to 100 super. Let's get 100 super real quick, chat. New video for this? Probably not. I bet there's an even stronger thing you can do with this, but I'll definitely mention it in 86 video. What role is that? It's just 86 with slice attrition orbs. That's it. I'm just running slice for this ever, you know? All that damage types needed for what? This does like no fucking damage, by the way, because I'm just doing an unpowered heavy. And my super's back. Thruster and Curus would go crazy. I could see that, yeah. I mean, if you just run the build with this, I wonder how fast you can get your It doesn't even work for your melee ability, never mind. Slicer puck cross facet of courage, yeah, it would. So I guess if you ran, you would have facet of courage proccing. You would also get I mean, at this point you would just run the class item, right? It's mostly just ranges, like combat ranges. You would have to think about, like long range damage and stuff like that. At this point, you would just run like, where is it? Hoarfrost. Do I not have a Hoarfrost? Damn, I don't think I have one. A Bayant Horn kind of works. Wow, I actually don't have one. I don't have a Hoarfrost. Damn. That's crazy. I have a Bayant Horn. Zur is here, go get one. So true. But I'm just running the Duck build at that point, because Duck made a video on this exact thing. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, Duck made a video on this exact concept. Yeah, see, he's just doing like that exact thing. And it's cool. Like this is why I didn't want to make an 86 video so soon. Because it seemed like it had a lot of potential, and that's it right there. The problem is that everything else besides the origin trait on the sword is complete ass. So I don't really care. But this is really sick, though. I'm glad the Duck, like, is doing this. I think it's cool. Especially because Elemental Honing is going to go fucking crazy with that as well. Yeah, it looks sick as fuck. So I'm happy for him. I think that build's gonna be really fun to play. It just is not my cup of tea, you know? Oh yeah, we were doing Stasis Stronghold. I forgot. Got kind of carried away. Let's put all this stuff back real quick. That is cool though. Zeret spotted, based as fuck. Zeret. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah. Funny Wizard of Legend guy. Not Wizard of Legend. Wizard 101 guy. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing Pirate 101 based. I never played Wizard 101, but his Wizard Lock video was so well done that even though I had never played the game or even like really seen the game, I enjoyed watching it. And I think that just shows how good he is at editing, you know? At writing a script and such. I'm just gonna go like attuned to Kepri Horn. But yeah, I'm not gonna make a video on that. I think when I do make my 86 review eventually, I'm gonna mention the duck build because I think that's sick. On warlocks, on hunters, and on titans that want to spam class or grenade abilities, go right ahead and run 86 or run Sage Protector. But for Stronghold gamers, Sage Protector is not what you want. Swordmasters all the way for difficult content. You will be invincible. You will be completely impossible to die. I already have Forfrost attuned. Let's go. Ugh. I might go to bed soon, chat. This was fun, though. I definitely enjoyed it. I just need stuff to do. That isn't like huge commitments. Is Striker ever gonna solo the World Lion? Do you mean solo with World Lion? Because World Lion 0 is still my least favorite sword to play with, I think. It like... World Lion 0 is just so clunky to use, man. Just make it a Vortex frame, Bungie. We don't have an exotic Vortex frame yet. We have an exotic adaptive in World Line 0 and Lament. Technically, Lament is an adaptive frame. We have 2 exotic casters with Heart Shadow and Black Talon. Both are caster frames, by the way. That's just how the animations work. We don't have an exotic Vortex besides like Urdosum, and that's cheating. Sword tier list, I feel like will get really muddy. Because it would have to be for Stronghold specifically. I don't know, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should just fucking do it and say fuck it. Just try out different types of content. I'm like terrified whenever I upload a video. Because I'm just ready for it to like say no views for like 3 hours or something. It never happens, but I just get nervous, you know? It's just a natural human thing, I think. What you got for me? Hoarfrost Scars? The fuck? The fuck kind of roll is that? Also, I apparently have no coins at all, so that's the only one we can get from Zara. I got no coins, dude. I spent them all on gambling for good crown splitter.
Is it your will to return?
I think sword tier list would be something fun to do on stream. I think that's what I should do. Yeah, it's an irrational fear demons. It's imposter syndrome. That's what it is, you know? It's where, like, I don't feel like I deserve people to watch my content, so I just expect them not to. You know what I mean? It's imposter syndrome. It's just how it be, unfortunately. Fellow Zer gambler. Look, I want crown splitters. I want cool swords. It's not my fault that I'm not super interested in the exotic class item. Top 5 heavy swords, Sinancia, Sinancia, Sinancia. I mean, Sullen Claw's pretty cool, and Abyssal Edge would be on there. Top 5. You know what? Actually, I think I have a tier maker set up for this, actually. Or actually, no, I don't have a tier maker, but I have this. Check this out, chat, before I go. I'm already on display capture. We're good. Sword frames. In preparation for the for the sword tier list. I did download all of them. I don't need this either. It's all upscaly stuff for upscaling. The disruption break sidearm with KC. What is KC in this case? Yeah, I'd love to do a sword tier list one day. My issue is that a lot of the swords that I'd love to talk about, you can't get anymore. For example, did you all know on Striker's Sure Hand? I want them to bring out Striker's Sure Hand so bad. You can get Assassin's Blade Surrounded. That is like some of the highest damage you can get in a fucking adaptive frame, dude. That's so much damage. It would, but the issue is that you'd have to swap off of Praxic Blade to proc Disruption Break and then swap back. And in that time, just fucking hit him. Like, I don't... That's the problem with Disruption Break on Praxic, is that yeah, you could run a weapon that has Disruption Break. You could. Yeah, and it's me. Look, I'm Striker Hutasa on everything. Look, if I do this, Striker Hutasa right there. Also, I've been had. Y'all know I've been spending money on Destiny 2. Oh no. So having a sword called Striker's Sure Hand would be awesome, but it's fucking sunset or whatever the hell y'all call it. It's unavailable to achieve. And they could bring it back because they reuse weapon models all the time, and they haven't done that with Striker's Sure Hand or with It Stared Back. Like, these swords are so cool looking, and you haven't used the model in forever. Please. PvP. Oh, okay. Yeah. PvP build crafter. I wish I knew anything about PvP at all. Vaulted. That's what it's called. Thank you. Yeah, I just want them. Just give them to me. Let me be the collector that I want to be. Look, I know Destiny 3 is probably not going to have a Stronghold, but if it comes out, I'm just going to try to collect every sword just in case they add Stronghold. Because this genuinely makes me upset. I don't agree with a lot of people on like Destiny 2 like removing content, because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't gone back to play like Beyond Light since I first played it. I don't think I would go back to play the Red War. It'd be cool to play it, but I just don't really care that much. But when it comes to this stuff, knowing that I'm never going to get Striker's Sure Hand or Hagakure or like fucking Gold Tusk or It Stared Back, that pisses me off. It really does. Pops up with a Glade build on God Movement Training Art. Let's go. Hell yeah. Half-Life 3 or Destiny 3? Which drops first? Well, they literally said they're working on Destiny 3, so probably Destiny 3. Because they haven't confirmed that they're working on Half-Life 3. I do play Red War just because some of the cutscenes were great for character screenshots. I kind of get that. I would love a photo mode in Destiny, because what I have to do for thumbnails, chat? Let me show you all my process real quick for thumbnails. Who said they're making Destiny 3? Apparently it's in early development. According to some fucking video I watched somewhere. I think there was an article about it somewhere. I think Cross made a video, because he makes a video on everything. It was leaked, apparently, that they are working on it. I don't believe it. It says early development, so that's all I think. It hasn't been confirmed? Okay. I'm saying misinformation. Let's go. I am accidentally spreading lies. You see this wall chat? Here's what I do. Like, let's say I want a pic of an emote. I do like this. And then I'll take a screenshot. And then I'll go into Photoshop and use the fucking pin tool to grab this emote. It's fucked up. I just want a photo mode so I don't have to fuck around with this. It's also Leaping Beyond like to have a new weapon type of spears. We did get spears. We got spears. They're just called glaives. Look, spear. Yo, babe, why do I have a trans refusal of the call? Base, but why? What was I cooking? Agree, Elevin. Agreed. SC2 is really old. I agree. It is an old game. I'm tired as hell. Guande. I gotta look this up. What the fuck is that? You just said a word to me that I don't know. Guandeo. Oh, it's this. Is this not a glaive? I mean, like... Swordmaster? Pinnacle Ops. Are these not the same? Are these not similar enough looking? I mean... Rake angle? This thing? Am I crazy? Spears you throw and use for piercing combat glaives are a real thing for slashing. Well, in this game, you beat the shit out of... You poke them with glaives and you shoot them. Yeah, I know about that SC. It's really neat. Guandeo like a spear. They're very similar. Okay. I don't know enough about ancient weapons like this. Alright, I need to sleep before I die, chat. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll be back next time. I mean, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Yo, Pathfinders looks pretty fucking sweet, actually. I'm sorry, I got distracted again. I should end stream before I go down the fucking fashion rabbit hole. Somebody stop me. Somebody turn off my power. Kill my internet, quick. I'm... There we go. Looks terrible. Never mind. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good one. I would love a Stasis exotic. So there